This is my Nanu, my grandpa. 1 week ago on March 27, very unfortunately he passed away in India, and sadly we couldn't be there with him. Why couldn't we be there with him? Because travel is unsafe, unwise, and therefore locked down due to the novel coronavirus. Just like our family, the entire world is suffering. As of April 3rd, there are over 1 million confirmed cases worldwide. In New York City, they're experiencing more consistent 911 calls than during 9/11. And the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, says this is the greatest test we have faced together since the formation of the United Nations. We are in a situation that we've never faced before as a species, which may lead you to believe that there's nothing that the average person can do. But that couldn't be further from the truth.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Don Halverstadt in Edmond, Oklahoma. Conventional wisdom has it that the self-quarantining will decrease the spread of the virus and decrease the density of cases within a specific area.
Please do your job and stay home to protect our children, the elderly, and our most vulnerable populations.
Get this right here. We are all links in a chain of humanity, and we need to de-link for a little while for this virus to stop spreading. It's as simple as that.
Remember, with pandemic threats to public health, it's not only about whether you get it, it's just as much about whether you'll give it to someone else.
It's vital to prevent the spread of this disease, as it thrives on what makes us most human, social contact.
I believe this is important as it gives us the best chance at saving as many lives as possible.
And personally, I want to thank everyone because I am immunocompromised and I am a mother. And my goal is to be around a long time.
Stay at home, help flatten the curve, and let's stop this pandemic together.
During this pandemic, I feel that it is important for all of us to stay home, no matter what.
It is impossible to get 100% participation in self-quarantining. People need to go to the grocery store. They need to go to the pharmacy to get their medicines. They need to go to see their doctor.
Because of that, it's important to ensure that you're taking the right precautions.
These include no handshakes, covering cough or sneeze, disinfecting frequently touched surfaces, packages and mail that come to you.
Keep 6 feet of distance. Wash your hands thoroughly for 20 seconds with soap and water.
Personally, I believe there's one thing we can all do that will show the most appreciation for those working for us in the midst of the pandemic. This includes healthcare workers, food providers, those at grocery stores, and the journalists risking their lives to make sure we're all well informed. Stay home. That's it. That's the ultimate display of gratitude. By ensuring you're not out there getting infected and infecting others, you're making their lives safer, better, and are thanking them for their service.
Only by staying apart will we come together again.
The countries that make this a slow pandemic with very little spread of the virus won't be remembered by the history books, and that's exactly what we want.
So let's all do our part, work together, stay at home, and make it as fun as you can.
I live in Canada, and I'd like to specifically appreciate the response of the Canadian government by providing wage subsidies, funding Kids Help Phone to help the youth in their mental health, funding the United Way, banning travel, enforcing social distancing, closing schools, and funding research efforts. They have proven to be world leaders in coronavirus response.
Thank you for making a positive impact.
Or even connecting with your friends. You could play Dungeons & Dragons online, play board games, video chat with your grandparents or relatives you haven't reached out to in a while, or maybe even teaching your pet a new trick.
Yep, good job.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great example of what you can do with all your extra time.
The community is really coming together to help solve this crisis. For example, the Folding at Home supercomputer network has crossed the exaflop barrier, making it faster than the top 25 supercomputers in the world combined. That's a lot of power, and you too can donate spare computing power and idle CPU cycles just by clicking a couple of buttons. Remember, every floating point operation counts. The research done with the Folding at Home supercomputer network is going to go towards the fight against coronavirus.